What's up YouTube, it's Monkey Deanne back to another video, and today I'm here to rank the 9 red scabbards from weakest to strongest. Keep in mind, this list is my opinion, and we haven't really seen many of these characters in action, and this list is mostly based off portrayal and what we've seen and just hype, you know, like we haven't really seen any of these characters really fight except for a few of them. If you guys want to see more One Piece content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean so much if you support this channel. Anyways, let's begin. So starting off, we got Kikunojo. Her nickname is Kiku of the Lingering Snow. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's like the coolest name out of all of these retainers. And I mean, they all have pretty cool names, cool titles, but Kiku of the Lingering Snow, that's pretty cool. We know that she's the younger sister of Izo, who is one of the former commanders on Whitebeard's crew. We haven't really seen much from her. We see her like take down some of the beast pirates, they're basically fodder. And we know she's good at healing because she was able to heal Zoro's wounds, but I don't know if that really means anything. We haven't really seen a true power or what she can do so far, so that's why I'm putting her so low on this list until we see her like evenly matched with any like the commander level characters or any of the beast pirates or such as Toby Roppo or any of Big Mom's like legitimate fighters such as Oven or, you know, those characters. I can't really put her any higher, so that's why I'm putting her at number 9. At number 8, we got Rise of the Mist, and he's basically, you know, like the Naruto of the One Piece world, except that he's not really as cool. I'm gonna be real with you. I know it's not good to, like, you know, judge someone by their looks, but his appearance is sort of lackluster. I mean, that was sort of the whole deal with him, because when he was first introduced, Luffy, Frankie, Chopper, Usopp, Zoro, and even Law, they were like disappointed when they first saw him. I mean, I know it's not good to judge a character like by their looks, especially when Oda is writing the characters, because he's shown so many times that you should never judge a character by his look. For example, Senor Pink, and we know he has like the most badass, sad story ever. But I mean, the running gag for Raizo is that he's not really popular with the girls, you know, because of his looks. So I'm just gonna put that out there. And although he doesn't really look like a ninja, he actually is really agile. I mean, he can use shurikens, which are pretty useless to be honest. We all know shurikens don't really do anything in Naruto, so what's it gonna do in One Piece? He can use shadow clones and substitution jutsus, and he could disappear in front of you, which is actually pretty crazy. And we see him use 2 katanas on the raid against Kaido, and we know that he is like a master of ornament hockey and is able to pierce Kaido's skin with his Ryo alongside the other scabbards. I'm not too sure if his powers are like from a ninja fruit or something like that, or if anyone could just like learn ninjutsu. Like, I'm not really sure. If you guys know, please comment down below if that's the thing. But the reason why I'm putting him this low is because the other characters in the list have either displayed significantly bigger feats or fought evenly with some of the commanders, or just their hype and portrayal is much better. And until we see him fight some characters like Beat Jack or something in his upcoming chapters, I can't really put him any higher. Coming at number 7, we got Condro, the Evening Shower, and surprise surprise, spoilers ahead, he was a traitor. I mean, if you're watching this, you probably know, but it turns out he was part of the Kurozomi clan, and he had a deep hatred towards Odin. So initially we thought he was really weak because he never actually displayed his true powers because he was so bad at drawing. You know, his devil fruit allows him so that he can turn his drawings into reality. Like, so all this time in Just Rose and Zoe, like all this time we've been with him, he's been purposely drawing bad art to slow down the Straw Hats and feed information to Orochi. But once he betrayed everybody, which was honestly a really amazing betrayal, I didn't think it would turn out like that. We learned that he's actually a very skilled artist and was able to create very detailed drawings of samurais to fight against the Red Scabbards. We see him take down a bunch of Luffy's pirate alliance with his drawings. He was also able to clash with Kawamatsu, who has been hyped up as one of like the strongest Red Scabbards by Kinemon. So that means by his physical strength is not to be underestimated, and we also know that he can use observation and ornament hockey. So when Condro went off to face off all the Red Scabbards with some of the beast pirates, he gets kind of, you know, defeated off screen, so we don't really get to see him fight or anything. And I don't think he's dead or anything, and I'm sure he'll play a larger role in the future, or maybe not a large role, but at least he will fight one of the Red Scabbards, and I can't wait to see him get in a serious fight because he's a pretty great character, honestly. Coming at number 6, we got Kinemon. And I know he's the leader of the Red Scabbards, so you would think that he'd be at the number 1 spot or something, or like number 1 or 2. But I mean, unlike the rest of the characters who we've never really got to see too much of, Kinemon has been with us for a while, and he's a great character, don't get me wrong. His whole calculated god plan to, you know, raid Onigashima was on another level. Clearly a mastermind playing like 4D chess or something. But in terms of physical strength, he's honestly been rather disappointing. I mean, we haven't really seen him reveal his true power yet, so he might be much stronger than we think. But he got jumped by Doflamingo real easily, and that's basically all we've seen from him. I mean, after this arc, we can judge his strength along with the rest of the characters in much more depth. We know he has Ryo because he was able to stab Kaido, but I mean, everyone on this list seems to have Ryo for some reason. So I guess we just have to wait until the final matchups to happen, or for Kinemon to like show his true strength. Maybe he was just holding back this whole time. I'm not too sure. He has to have the strength to back up being the leader of the Red Scabbards, you know. But anyway, because we haven't really seen too much of him, I'm just gonna put him at number 6. So coming in at number 5, you could honestly just say number 5 and number 4 are tied because we got Inurashi and Nekomamushi. You could honestly just swap either one of them. It doesn't matter. Whoever you like better. If you like dogs better, you could say you like Inurashi. If you like cats, you go with Nekomamushi. I'm more of a dog person, but honestly, I like Nekomamushi a little more. So from what we've seen so far, they're actually rather impressive. I mean, they were able to fight on relatively equal terms with Jack the Drought, who had a 1 billion berry bounty, which was a crazy high number at the time it was first introduced. And for that reason, I'm already putting him above every character below him on this list because they were able to fight a commander level character. I mean, to be honest, they are strong and all, but they were more or less working together because they like switched off and got rest. So Jack was only getting tired while they were getting like energy in between their battles, and they were still able to throw hands though. They did lose because Jack did gas up the whole entire country with his poisonous gas from Caesar. They both did end up losing a limb, but they got to replace those weapons. One got like a machine gun arm, and the other one has a sword leg now, I guess, which is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. To be honest, they're more like pirates now. But another point I wanted to bring up is their Sulong form, because I believe in their Sulong form, they can honestly take the number 1, number 2 spot for that brief moment. But it's not really fair to do that because it's very rare for a full moon to happen. They might actually go lower in this list later on in the war if we find out that Kinemon and maybe Condro is much stronger than they really are, and that's if Condro is still alive. But anyway, I think it's fair to put them at 4 and 5 because they're more or less on 3rd commander level. Coming at number 3, we got Kawamatsu, and he's an interesting character because he's a kappa, and I don't think we've seen any other kappas in the story. And if you don't know what a kappa is, it's basically a mythical creature in Japanese folklore. It's like an amphibious demon sort of monster with superhuman strength and everything. I mean, we haven't really seen much of Kawamatsu at all in the story, but both Raizo and Kinemon has been hyping up Kawamatsu as one of the strongest of the Red Scabbards alongside Ashira Doji and Dendro. And knowing how strong Ashira Doji is, I feel safe placing him here. And we know he's strong because Kaido got him chained up real tight in that cell, and they have to be very careful just to feed him food or else they could die. Like for that one scene where he fed him fish without taking out the bones, and Kawamatsu spit out that bone and killed him with the fathers of Kaido's crew. Now that's pretty badass, not gonna lie. I can't wait to see more of Kawamatsu, and I'm sure he will be more impressive later on in the future. I'm putting him at the number 3 spot just based off portrayal and what other people have been saying, so that's why I'm putting him number 3. Coming in at number 2, we got Ashira Doji. Out of all the Red Scabbards, he's been the most impressive. He was able to throw hands with Jack with relative ease, and was even able to damage Jack and leave a decent scar on his body, when even Inurashi and Nekomamushi couldn't even do that when he had rest and everything. So Ashira Doji was low-key talking down on Jack, and he was like, "You can't beat me," and proceeds to like destroy Jack's weapon. Before Wano had Odin, before Odin came over, Ashira Doji was said to be the strongest monster of Curry. So the only person who was able to defeat Ashira Doji that we've seen was Odin, Chadden himself. And from the panel that we see after Odin defeated him and his whole crew, he looked pretty damaged. So Odin got hurt, and I don't know if that was all Ashira Doji, and I definitely don't think that's the case. But I'm assuming that he was able to get some scratches off on Odin with the help of others, and that's actually a really impressive feat considering that from the flashback of Odin we find out that he's likely on Yonko level and probably could have defeated Kaido if it wasn't for that trick that one dude with Bon Clay's devil fruit used to distract him. Like I said earlier, Kinemon and Raizo stated that he is one of the strongest of the Red Scabbards alongside Dendro and Kawamatsu. And even Kaido acknowledges Ashira Doji's strength and lets him go around in the hopes that he would maybe join his crew. Ashira Doji is for sure on commander level, maybe 2nd or 3rd, and maybe slightly stronger than Doflamingo, but weaker than characters like Luffy, Katakuri, King, or Queen. But honestly, very impressive character. Coming at number 1, you could have guessed it, it's Dendro. If you didn't already know, this dude, first of all, he's got the best neck game in the history of One Piece. So it was only revealed recently that Kiroshiro was actually Dendro. From what we've seen from Kiroshiro, he's insanely powerful. He effortlessly pushed back Zoro during their first fight. So that makes him on Zoro level bare minimum. And honestly, I would say that right now, like currently in the story, he's stronger than Zoro. I mean, obviously Zoro is probably going to surpass him soon, but Dendro has been hyped up for so long, and he was like the first person to join the Red Scabbards alongside Kinemon. He was also the MVP on the raid on Onigashima, gathering all his men and ships for the war. And that scene where he like respected Kinemon for his genius strategy was honestly really funny. Just the fact that he's been working as Orochi's top commander for all these 20 years though, and probably holding the most grudge out of everyone, out of the retainers, and the hype that he's been given, I feel like he's honestly the strongest one. I mean, Kinemon might take the spot if it's revealed that he's actually holding back and he's much stronger than we think, but honestly, we haven't seen much of Dendro or Kinemon, but the amount of hype that this gets, people thought that Zoro would be Dendro's final battle, like in Wano. So just from that, I think it's cool to put him here at number 1 for now. This might be subject to change, but you know, that's how it goes. It's my opinion. Anyways, what do you guys think of this video? Do you guys agree with this list, or who would you switch around? I mean, we haven't really seen many of these characters actually fight, and after the final war, I'll probably make a more official list. If you guys enjoy One Piece content, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time.